a penny with the date 1950 and a little D under it? That might be a 1950 D wheat penny. And guess what? It could be worth more than just 1 cent. This penny was made in the United States in 1950. The D means it was made at the Denver Mint. The design on the back has 2 wheat stalks on each side, which is why people call it a wheat penny. These wheat pennies were made from 1909 to 1958. On the front, you'll see a picture of Abraham Lincoln, just like modern pennies. On the back, it says, 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. It's a simple but classic design. This coin is made of 95% copper, with just a little bit of tin and zinc. That's why older pennies feel heavier than today's coins. In 1950, the Denver Mint made about 334 million of these coins. That's a lot, so most 1950 D wheat pennies are not rare. If your coin is old and worn out, it's probably worth only about 2 to 10 cents. But don't give up just yet. Some 1950 D pennies are in much better shape. If your coin still looks shiny, has no scratches, and the details are clear, it could be worth more. Collectors look for coins like this. They call them mint state coins. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means the coin is perfect. A 1950 D penny with a grade of 65 or higher can be worth $5 to $15. If your coin is even better, for example, with full red color and a grade of MS 67, it might be worth $100 or more. But wait, there's more. Some pennies have mistakes on them. These are called error coins. An error might happen if the coin is struck off-center or if the design is doubled. There's also something called a repunched mint mark. That's when the D was stamped more than once by mistake. These error coins can be worth a lot more, even hundreds of dollars. So what should you look for? First, check for the D under the date. That shows it was made in Denver. Next, look at the coin's condition. Is it shiny? Can you see the details on Lincoln's face and coat? Are the letters and numbers clear? If yes, that's a good sign. Also, check for anything strange, like a second D that looks like it was stamped again, or any doubling in the letters. These could be rare errors that collectors love to find. If you think you have a good one, you can take it to a coin shop or a collector for a closer look. There are also coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. They can tell you the exact grade and help you know what it's really worth. Even though most 1950 D wheat pennies are common, they are still fun to collect. Many people try to collect all the wheat pennies from 1909 to 1958. It's like a little piece of history in your hand. You never know what you'll find in an old jar, drawer, or piggy bank. So before you spend that penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a tiny treasure. If you 43 steel penny is one of the most famous and interesting coins in U.S. history. Most pennies are brown or red because they're made of copper. But in 1943, something changed. That year, the U.S. made pennies out of steel coated with zinc, so they look silver or gray instead of copper. If you see a shiny silver penny with the date 1943, it's likely one of these special steel cents. So why did the mint use steel in 1943? The reason was World War II. During the war, the U.S. military needed a lot of copper to make bullets, wires, and other war supplies. To save copper, the U.S. Mint decided to make pennies using steel instead. They coated them with zinc to stop them from rusting. These steel pennies were made for just 1 year. In 1943, the U.S. Mint made over 1 billion steel pennies. That's a lot. So most 1943 steel cents are not rare. You can still find them today in old jars, coin shops, or collections. If the coin is old, rusty, or worn out, it's usually worth around 10 to 50 cents. But if your steel penny is in really good shape, clean, shiny, and has no scratches, it could be worth $1 to $5 or more. The best-looking ones, called mint state coins, can be worth $10 to $30, and even higher if they're graded by a professional. There were 3 types of 1943 steel pennies made, depending on where they were struck. If your coin has no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. If it has a small D under the date, it was made in Denver. If it has an S, it was made in San Francisco. All 3 types are common, but the ones from San Francisco and Denver are usually worth a bit more, especially in high grade. But now, here's where things get really exciting. There are a few super rare 1943 pennies that were made by mistake. They were struck on copper planchets instead of steel ones. That means they look like a regular copper penny, even though they were made in 1943. These are called 1943 copper pennies, and they are some of the most valuable coins in the world. Only a few of them exist. If you find a 1943 penny that looks brown or red like a normal copper coin, check it carefully. It could be one of those rare mistakes. Be careful though, some people have taken steel pennies and coated them with copper to fool others. You can test your coin with a magnet. A real 1943 steel penny will stick to a magnet. A copper one won't. If you think you have a real 1943 copper penny, get it checked by a professional right away. It could be worth $100,000 or more. So, what should you look for? Check the date. Does it say 1943? Is it silver or gray in color? Does it stick to a magnet? Is there a D or S mint mark under the date? Is the coin rusty, or is it still clean and shiny? Even though most 1943 steel pennies are common, they're still fun to collect. They are a cool part of American history and a reminder of how even coins were affected by the war. Many people start their coin collecting journey with this penny.